Michelle Gleckler with Warrantech. So we're going to do the presentation a little bit differently today. I'm going to go through, this is how the program is, this is how it's running today, and then towards the end I'd like to get your feedback as far as how can we maybe do it differently. Just because there is a lot of people that are signed up on this program today, but they're not selling for whatever reason, and in my opinion it might be because of the monthly maintenance programs or some other thing that they're doing with their consumers today. So I'll give you a little background about AmTrust and Warrantech. I've worked for Warrantech for 13 years now. AmTrust purchased us back in 2010. AmTrust is a $7 billion insurance company. They're the ones that keep you compliant. We have all the state filings, licensing, rules, regulations. We handle that piece of the extended warranty business for you guys. We are one of the, I guess if you're doing any stocks, we're a public company and our symbol is AFSI. And we were named in 2014 as one of the best managed insurance companies by Forbes magazine. Then Warrantech, of course, that's the administrator of all the extended warranties. So not only do you have the administrator in your back pocket, but you also are dealing directly with the insurance company, whereas in a lot of cases you may be dealing with the administrator, but they outsource the insurance piece. So in this case you have both companies under one umbrella. So we've been around for, I guess Warrantech's been doing this for about 35 years now. So we have about 65,000 servicers coast to coast. So if your customers moved away and they wanted their products still taken care of course, if they had the extended warranty, we would still take care of those products. And we do have an A+ rating by the BBB, which, considering we have millions and millions of contracts, that really says a lot for itself. So offering extended service plans, it obviously extends the value of the product, the life of the product. It's for customer service reasons. So if you have returns that are coming back to you today and it's in year 2, a lot of the retailers out there are still taking care of their products even though they're really not liable for them, but they want to continue on with that customer, so they are taking care of a lot of those products, whereas if the customer had the extended warranty, they wouldn't need to do so because the extended warranty would be paying for the parts and labor instead of you guys. And of course it keeps the customer happy because they don't want a broken product. So the simple steps to getting started, there's only one little form to fill out to get signed up for the AIN warranty program. Super simple to use. We send out a welcome packet. The welcome packet includes all the materials that you would need. If you have a storefront, we provide all the point of purchase materials to you free of charge. That includes the easel cards, which are a binding contract between the customer and us to make sure that they understand that they know that we will be taking care of the product. If you guys are servicers, what we do on the back side is we set you up as a servicer for us. So whenever your customer calls in, they can either call you or they can call us, and then we will make sure that on the back side we're paying you for the service. So there's a portal that we use. You can create your own repair orders, file your own claims online. You could do everything that we could do from our facilities in Texas. So the simple roadmap to selling. All you would have to do at your store level is go ahead and set up the SKUs. The SKUs would be based on the price of the product. So when I show you some of the pricing here, you'll understand that we go by just the price of the product. So if you're selling security systems or home automation systems, we don't look at all the wiring and the labor. All we look at is the cost of the equipment itself. And then the features and benefits of every plan that we have. It's 100% parts and labor coverage. It's a repair or replacement guarantee. So if we can't get the product repaired for some reason, then they will replace the product for the customer. If you are selling that product, then we will source the replacement back from you guys. But if you're not selling it, then we will source it from one of our distributors and distribute the product back to them. And if you do installs, then we will pay you to do that install.
Question for you. You mentioned setting up SKUs. A lot of the systems we install, somewhat unique and they have
Right, and so that's what
a
we're,
bunch of different.
that's what we're going to get to at the end of the discussion here, is because there's people that use D-Tools or some of the other sales tools for selling the system, and it has so many different components to it that it's hard for them to report the information back to us. But what I was talking about as far as SKUs goes is the setting up of the warranty itself, and the warranty itself is based on the price of just the equipment. So if you can add up just the components of the equipment, then you'll know what SKU to use for. And here's a picture here, so you can see the home automation systems. We have a home automation system under $2,500, so that would be $2,500 worth of equipment in that system. Or one for $5,000 worth of equipment. Your cost for that equipment would be $305, and that's for 5 years of coverage on all of the components. So it's everything except for the wiring and structure. So when you look at your ticket, if you exclude the wiring, the structure, and then the labor that you included, you should be able to come up with the price here for the equipment in order to get the right price for the warranty.
How about on the labor rate? I mean, how does that work?
So if you're
Service it.
Yeah, if you're a servicer today and you fill out our application for service, all they're going to do is they're going to pay you the labor rate that you're charging today. Unless maybe you're trying to retire or something on your first service call, then they normally just go ahead. And we've seen a few of them. It's like, I charge $500 an hour. I'm like, wow, that's not really in the norm, but all right. So anyway, they, yeah. Well, I mean, usually it's the home automation guys, not so much security, but the home automation guys, they get a little, Yeah. So the same thing for the security systems. If you do security systems and it's based on just the equipment itself, it's one plan, covers all the equipment. I didn't include all the other products that we cover, but anything pretty much with a plug or a battery, we're going to be able to cover it.
What are those rates? Like the 4-year date of purchase, obviously, is what NOP stands for.
So
1125 below that.
the 1125.
I'm sorry, far right top line. Is that a monthly?
So the $11.25, no. So that's what I'm going to get to at the end here is, this is, so $11.25 is the cost for 4 years for equipment that's $100. So if you have the system though that's maybe your equipment costs $500, well, your cost for 4 years of coverage would be $53. So it just tells you that, I mean, it's really inexpensive to cover all that equipment for 4 years. Everybody likes it. It's just that I don't think that dealers know how to embed this into what they're selling today or include it in some of their maintenance programs that they're offering today. And so a lot of guys aren't offering it. It's not that it's not a good program. I think it just needs to be maybe structured a little differently so that we can get more members selling it. So if you have your own service center, then automatically the customer can go ahead and still call you. If you don't have a service center, that's fine. They can call our 800 number. The 800 number is specific to all the AIN members. So it comes into a group that's familiar with the products that you guys are selling today, and they'll set that customer up for service. So we'll just pull up their zip code, send a servicer to their home, and then they'll either do the repair or the replacement of it. Sometimes they have to take it in. If they do, then they come back out and they will reinstall it. But all of those fees are included for the customer with just this plan. So my question to you guys is, how can we make this program better so that it's easier for you guys to sell? I mean, we have monthly programs out there. Maybe we need to change this to where it's just a monthly fee instead of it being, an annual fee. I'm not sure, but I'm really looking for some feedback right now so that we can maybe restructure this or add some other options to it so that it's easier for you guys to get signed up and start selling it to your customers. So does anybody have any ideas on how to make the program better, because this is your program, so.
So I have a question. So the cost of equipment, is that retail or is that at wholesale?
That's the retail cost, because what we look at is our exposure is going to be the retail price of that product. And it's not that, I mean, we could do a different program to where it's based on just the wholesale cost. It's just that when we do that program, then we need to know that when we replace that piece, then we do have to get it at wholesale cost. We can't be paying retail for it. Yeah.
I mean, this is a great, I think one of the biggest opportunities that none of us use is extended service plans. So I've asked Michelle to really open this up. We've got a good number of you still here, which I really appreciate, but just throw ideas her way. She's here to listen so that we can really make a difference for Warrantech in 2016. So.
I have a question. Sorry. Can I, if you have a package, let's say you sold a guy, it's a $100,000 deal, can I buy the warranty?
Absolutely.
Embedded in my deal?
Right. The customer doesn't ever have to see this. I mean, the customer doesn't have to ever see any of this. You can sell that, you can embed it into the home automation system without them probably even knowing, and just say, you know, if you purchase a home automation system from us, we automatically include a 5-year warranty. I mean, you call us and, right, and we pay you on the backside for it.
That was more along the lines of my question. So we would then, the warranty, if you will, would be between you and us. The customer would be excluded from that side of it. So when customer calls up in year number 3 and their keypad died or their security panel died or whatever, I'm working just with you because I've got Mr. Jones covered.
You can still work, I mean, you can still give us the customer information, because by law, we still have to have that customer information because it's a binding contract between us and the customer. It's just that you gave it to them for free. So in that instance, though, you'll be able to use our portal to pull up your customer's contract. You see that they have a contract in there, and you can create your own repair order or your return authorization, and you can get paid from us just by going into the system. So it doesn't have to be a contract between us and you. Go ahead.
Can you probe what the true consumer value of this product is? And by that I mean what consumers are willing to pay for a given level of protection and service.
Yeah, usually it's about 20% of the retail price of the products.
Okay, on an annual basis?
Well, no, that's usually about a 4-year plan.
I don't have any idea how you're, back to this SKU thing, and building all these piece parts in, but would it be something where we could just take an estimate out of QuickBooks, scan it, you have all the parts there?
Right.
And that would do it, or do you need serial numbers? I mean,
We do not have to have serial numbers. When we collect, if we have a servicer go out, then we will have them collect that serial number on that piece that they're doing the repair on, just so that we know that they're not doing the repair on the same component over and over with different serial numbers.
But a scan, 1, 2, 3 page scan of all the piece parts that went into that job would be sufficient.
So what you have to do right now is you have to go into our portal and you have to give us those pieces. So you have to give us the model and the manufacturer number. So what we're doing is we're working with D-Tools and some of the other sales tools so that when you do the bid, it will automatically populate the warranty that covers all the components in it, and then they will send us a file on the backside to populate all the information that's needed for the contract.
Well, that might be an area. We don't use D-Tools. We use QuickBooks Enterprise. We can detail a list of all the gear that goes in, but I can see where that would be kind of burdensome to have to go in and retweak all that stuff.
It is, right.
So you support D-Tools now? Just send you the project?
We're about to launch with them as far as doing that, but we haven't. We were hoping that we could, talk about it here at the show, but we don't have the final file from them. So they're working with our IT guys to sort out the file format. So they have it put into a certain format so that when it comes into our system, nobody has to manually key all that information. It automatically goes in and populates a warranty field and and then you just pull up the customer's name and all that information's in there for you. So on the back side, when you do service, you'll be able to pull up that customer's contract and see all of the components that were covered for that with that warranty.